Hello. So it's been a while since I've posted anything, but if you follow my Instagram, you know clearly I've made things since last posting. I think my last video was Sailor Daisy. I have since made the first cosplay I've ever made that was not for me, and that would be this guy right here. This was Lunatic from Tiger and Bunny, which I made for my boyfriend Tanner. Tiger and Bunny is kind of an obscure anime, or at least it was. It's kind of coming back into like relevancy recently thanks to My Hero. I think because people wanted more hero content. I was here before it was cool. I'm just kidding. But I showed my boyfriend this anime like, hey, you like My Hero, you'd probably like this. Lo and behold, he did. So I asked him, he wanted to start cosplaying. I was like, well, what do you want to cosplay? Tell me something for your first one, I'll make it for you. And he was like, Lunatic from Tiger and Bunny. To which I looked at the design and I was like, okay, sure. So this is what we got. I didn't end up having time to do the cape. Is anyone surprised? Everyone knows I am a expert level con cruncher, and this was no exception. But I ended up with this. I think it looks pretty great for what it is, for never having tried any of these like overlapping panels, all the curved seams. You see this guy right here. My cousin 3D modeled this for us as a commission, and we trial and error scaled it and printed it. And look at how freaking amazing it looks. So yeah, that's probably my favorite part, to be honest. But I worked really hard on this. I think it looks pretty great. So there's actually 3 videos that I made through the process of doing this. It's actually May right now, and I made this back in like January, so it's really late, I'm sorry. But I made 3 different videos while I was doing this. I did a patterning video because that was this whole thing. I did the actual construction video, and then I also did a helmet video, which is the shortest of the 3 because I kept forgetting to film. Sorry, but it came to this. We had professional pictures done that I really love. And yeah, this is what we ended up with. So if you want to see how we got here from nothing, keep watching. This guy is actually autographed. Wrong side. This guy is autographed by the voice actor of Origami Cyclone, who just happened to be at the con we debuted this at. How fucking cool is that? Yeah, so this is the patterning video. Please watch me suffer as I attempt to pattern for someone who's not me for the first time ever. And spoiler alert, this is the end result, so stick around and check out the construction video and also the helmet video. If they're not up yet, they're coming. I'm gonna try my best. I never sewn for a man. I started off here by doing saran wrap and duct tape to make a form of his torso because I was gonna try to pattern off of that. I do not know what I'm doing. Absolutely winging this. So I've been in here. I have gone through like 4 things. This is what I ended up with. It looks really bad. I went on Etsy, because Etsy has everything, and I found a pattern that looks pretty close to this in shape. And I bought it. It was $7. It was a bundle of like 6 or 9 shoulder things by Prime Props, I think is what the Etsy store is. I'll link it down in the thing. But we're gonna try this. Okay, so this is where we're at. This is the one I did. Garbage. This is the pattern I bought online. It's shoulder base B. I did alter it a little bit, like I added this just so it'll hold its shape. But I think that that is a better shape for sure. And it's not gonna be visible, it'll be under the shirt. It's just to hold the fabric out. But I think that that's a good shape. I think that I will maybe add a piece here, maybe. But I think it's pretty good, I think. You know, this is a figure, so it's a little chunky, but I think that that's pretty good. So here I'm cutting those pattern pieces out of EVA foam, and I didn't really care if these were neat or not because they were going to go inside the sleeves. Here you can see me just blatantly disregarding the fact that this is a toxic material, so don't do as I do. Be safe, kids.
Emotional damage.
This is me doing my very best to visualize what these top pieces are gonna look like. My form is over there. I've decided I can't make any progress on the arms until I duct tape one of his arms, which I didn't think to do when we were duct taping. So I need to do an arm so I can get a sleeve pattern, because no way I can visualize this. We saw me trying to do the foam. I'm not even gonna mess with the sleeve. Then I was looking, this like black part, I'm gonna get him like a black spandex shirt that covers the head, like it'll go up under the helmet. But I want there to be an actual shirt. Like I don't want to alter a spandex shirt. So I want there to be a solid shirt on top. So I'm gonna do like a black base. And then on top of that base, I will add, on the figure there's no gray, but like this whole, the shiny black part right here, this is supposed to be like a light gray. So that'll be gray. I got all this crazy blue going on, this like green. I'll layer that on top of the black base. So I'm gonna duct tape an arm tomorrow, and then I'm gonna do my best here because, yo, I don't know. This is what I think it'll look like. I don't know. This is what I've got. It did end up looking kind of like this, of which I'm very proud. I did guess very well. But this is where we're at. This is overlapping way too much, but I'm gonna leave it that way. He is asleep, and while I could test the pants on myself, I cannot test the top on myself because we are very different shapes. Granted, we're different on the bottom too, but I don't know, I fit in his pants. That's really annoying. But the top, I'm not gonna guesstimate on myself. I'm gonna wait till he's awake, have him try this on. It's just like a vest. The sides and back are sewn up. I left the front open. On him, this will stand up because he has, you know, an arm here that I didn't tape. I wish I did. That'll stand up. But that's gonna be my base. It doesn't go all the way down. It's not like the whole tunic because I also don't have hips or legs on here. But alas, in the morning I shall have him try this on and we will see how it fits. Okay, so I duct taped his arm. Here's his arm. And I've pinned our shoulder piece on here. This way I don't have to have him out here while I make it. I can just work off this. I'm gonna try to make the shoulder pattern. Wish me luck, because this is... Presently, the method to my madness is to do a normal sleeve, which, will this fit? I don't know. First and foremost, please ignore the horde of recyclables you see on the right. Instead, focus on the gorgeous shoulders and the super accurate shape because, oh my god, this is turning out so good. New plan. I went through literally 3 mock-ups for this freaking shirt, and the complaints are still coming in. So I found this t-shirt that I was gonna get rid of. It fits him. I will cut that out and save that, bet. But I drew the line on there, and we're just gonna cut this up and make a pattern off of this and see if that works. Because I'm gonna scream. This thing doesn't have side seams. It doesn't. I'm gonna scream. I'm gonna scream. It's gonna... I need you. Come here. The beans. I need beans. I need beans in my life right now. Are you here to help me? Are you gonna help me? Thank you. I'm sorry, but I've sewn a lot of sleeves in my time, and I've never seen a sleeve shaped like this. Like what? Technical difficulties.
Hey, Editing Katie here, just to say that I'm cracking up at my own joke.
Never in my life have I sewn a sleeve shaped like that. Why will this not stand? Oh, helper number 2, hello. Helper number 2. I need you now. I need your assistance. Oop. So this top one is the pattern I did. Underneath it is the t-shirt that I put on him, drew the lines and cut out. You can see really what I'm doing this for is this. His biggest complaint was the shoulder and arm. So like the sleeve. So you can see this goes lower. It's not as wide, but it's stretchy, so I think I will stick with this, mine. For the down here, I just need to fix this. So let's do that. Let it be known, I have no faith in this sleeve. I think this is a waste of fabric, but I'm gonna try it anyway. I fucked up. I'm annoyed and moving on. Let's just do this. I don't.
So I was mad and I didn't elaborate at all what I was doing here, but I'm covering this in masking tape, or it's actually artist tape, and I'm gonna draw seam lines on that and cut it apart, kind of like how the duct tape form is made. That was just what made the most sense in my brain.
We have what I think will be all the seam lines for this. I'm not gonna lie, I don't know if it actually needs this many seam lines. I really don't know. It might not need this one, this top one. I don't know. I'll cut the whole like top thing first, and we'll see if it needs that. Let's see.
I do want to say that I had a super hard time actually getting this artist tape plus another layer of duct tape back off of the duct tape arm. I mean, you can see me struggling here. I was literally peeling it off. Like, it was so hard to get apart, dude.
No. Okay, so
I need everyone to look and be impressed. Can he literally shut? Look at it. Look at it. It was perfect. I am so impressed that I just did this on the first try. And like, it's a little jank looking, but when it's all black and doesn't have marks all over it, I think it'll be pretty cool. I'm pretty excited that just worked out. Pretty excited.
it's looking good.
So here's where we're definitely starting to see the shape come together, and honestly at this point I was getting so giddy over my own work that I was having trouble working on anything else. Just look at him. It's okay, a little bad right here, but it's glorious. So right here, I very sneakily put a zipper in the back because that was what I ended up going with, so I could close the front rather than having an awkward overlapping flap on the front. And lots of rapid fire transitions here, but now you can see I've mapped out all of the overlapping panels, aka all of the random lines that are all over Lunatic's shirt, which I will cut apart and cut out of all the different fabrics.
So I did you guys dirty. It's currently Wednesday and we're leaving for the convention tomorrow. So I patterned this cape faster than anything in my entire life. I didn't take nearly as much time or like carefulness as I did with the top, with all the lines being drawn on, and I did a bunch of mock-ups with the top. I didn't have time to do that with the cape. So I just did it a one and done for the pattern, and I'm gonna sew the lining first and have him try that on, and then I'll make any last minute adjustments before I cut into our expensive white fabric. But I didn't film myself patterning the cape at all, and it's a pretty big piece of the costume, so I feel bad to have like just completely omitted that from the video, specifically about patterning this costume. My boys are fighting. So I'm gonna lay the pattern pieces out on the floor and kind of show you what I did, and I hope that that makes up for me just blatantly forgetting to film because we're in the middle of Con Crunch and I was stressed and it was late. So I apologize. I will show you my pieces as they are now before, I mean I cut the lining already, but I haven't sewn it together yet. So I'll show you the pieces as they are, just how I patterned them off of him. I had him put the top on with the shoulders and I kind of just draped it and hoped that it works. So I'm about to sew it together. I want it to be sewn together before he gets home at about 2:30. I do have to go pick up our dog though, so I don't have a ton of time. But I'll lay the pieces out and I will show you what I ended up with as I was patterning, since I was being a dumb stress ball and I completely forgot to film the whole process. Okay, so I lost one of the pieces, but I have the other three here and also the lining part of the mock-up. So let me show you and I will try to like, I don't know, talk about what I did. These are my pieces. This one should be up here, but there's, you know, stuff in the way, so. This right here is the collar. It actually should be flipped because that side right there will get sewn here. This is the back, obviously. The shape is kind of weird, but I hope that it works. I don't know. This is the front right shoulder, like the front on the right. And then this guy back here is the front left shoulder that crosses over the front and will have like the little piece that matches the shirt there. But it doesn't sew here, it sews up here. I just didn't have, like I said, didn't have space. But these are the pieces that I got. I'm about to sew them together. It's 2:12 and he's about to get home at 2:30. Well, he'll be a little late, but I want to have them sewn together before he gets home so that I can make him put the shirt on and we can look at it and make sure that it fits. I was literally just thinking that I really don't need to practice on the lining. I could take these muslin pieces and just sew them back together once they're all cut and like properly shaped. But I'm stupid. But I'm just gonna do the lining anyway. I don't really care because I lost that piece anyway. So I shall return again. It's part of the actual costume, so anything further from this clip will also be in the making of video that I'm doing, but I'm gonna include it in this video as well because technically this is me patterning, even though it's like final fabric, you know what I'm saying? So I'll include it in the video so you guys can see if I make any changes or like what the shape looks like, since I forgot to show me, you know, drafting the muslin piece. But whatever, I will, it'll be in both videos, so stay tuned. Oh, wow. Yeah, I don't need that. Go ahead, go right on. Yeah, do it. Sick. Put your butt right there. I just realized I've been filming all these parts wearing this hat that I definitely stole from my sister that she doesn't know I have. So Sarah, if you find this video, I'm not gonna send it to you. If you find it, and used to be wearing this hat, no, you didn't. I don't have it, okay? Bitch, wipe your mind. You didn't see. I don't have it. It's in the closet. Mom lost it. I don't know.
So you may notice from all of the pictures that I've shown so far that he's not wearing a cape, and that's because this cape, I mean, have a look at it. It looks like garbage, and we didn't take it with us. And with the failure of the cape, the mock-up is completely done.
Psst. Go to part 2.